Hey everyone, today's video I decided to film out in my backyard, and this is take two because the first time I attempted to film, some ant decided to brutally bite me on the toe, which was not the best, but anyway, here we are. Now I want to talk about a topic another one that there's a lot of things that are happening these days I've noticed quite often, which never really seemed to happen in the past, and that's when any self-respecting person, if they're treated badly by somebody else, disrespected or whatnot, it's perfectly fine to defend yourself and to let the people know. The best thing to do is to let somebody know if you are not happy with their treatment or behaviour. Now, what happens too often, for anyone's good, and it seems to be ever increasing, because people don't want to take responsibility for themselves. So what they do is they basically turn it back on you, and like in the other video I put about being sensitive, I also say that you're just offended. So it's quite sinister, insidious really, because what they're basically telling you is no, I'm going to treat you the way I see fit, and if you don't like it, then you're offended. Now, that just does not wash at all, and I've seen it, in interpersonal relationships, and I've even seen it in churches. But when I used to go to church, there'd be people that were mistreated, sometimes severely mistreated by pastors and whatnot, and then all the pastors did was say, oh, they're just offended, that's why they left. No. People need to take responsibility for themselves if they mistreat someone. I do. If I've ever mistreated somebody, I'd like to know, so I can, apologise for it and do what I can to make it right. However, unfortunately, as the world continues to go down the gurgler, with people's morals are just totally shot, and they're blaming the victim basically, and like I said, passing it off as them being offended. No, it's not but them being offended. They're just doing what any self-respecting person would do, is defending themselves and letting them know. And the arrogance of people to say that they're offended is just diabolical. And I'll even go on to say that if you encounter it, and if people are doing it on multiple occasions, then there's a very high probability that these people are actually narcissistic, and which is a shame, because that's another topic in itself, because again, like I said at the beginning of the video, these things seem to be cropping up, seemingly out of nowhere, and unfortunately it's getting worse and worse. But to wrap up, it's 1000% okay to let people know if you don't like the way they treat you, and if they try to fob it off as you taking, you're offended, that is absolute nonsense. No, you're not offended. They're just, don't have the capacity. They're either too arrogant to see what they're doing, or they just don't have it within them to take responsibility for their actions. And if they are sort of people that don't take responsibility. They're going to go through their whole life doing this to people, and then one day they're going to wake up and wonder why nobody wants to have anything to do with them. So anyway, I think I'll wrap it up at that. So it's a bit overcast here today, but it's a nice day nevertheless. Anyway, wherever you are, enjoy the rest of your day. Catch you later.